Hello everyone, Jamarcus here with week 6 of Mafia Season 2. The last season, oh no. We're facing Manda Warrior, who has a team probably 20 times better than my own. I have no fairy resist and they have the best Moonblast clicker ever. I have one ghost resistant Greninja, and I have 5 water types and no ground type against an Iron Hands. Gonna be a tricky matchup. I'm just gonna bring hyper offense and hope one of my sweepers works because I don't think I can switch into this team reliably at all. So I'm just gonna try and sweep. Let's see what I brought. Mimikyu, Swords Dance, Terra Ghost. Their ghost resists aren't great. If they don't bring Quillfish, they don't have one. Unless Lechonk counts. Or I guess there's Arbaleva, but if they're just bringing like top 6, or maybe a Mesprit shows up instead, um, I do think Mimikyu can sweep the team. If I get a little bit of chip on like Iron Treads, then I'm faster than everything else, and Oko it, or Shadow Sneak kills the faster mods. And then play roughs there so that I can kill Iron Hands at +2 instead of having to get +4 and Shadow Claw it. It's a bit stronger into Vaporeon pre-Terra as well. Next up, Bundle, Scarf. I lose to Scarf Moonblast, like on the spot. So I want a faster Scarfer. That's what Bundle is. I have Encore just to try and stop some shenanigans if they come up, but really just clicking Freeze Dry, Hydro Pump, and Flip Turn. Next up, Lemon Pelip. Shout out Mountay, the Pelipper. Their Hurricane resists are pretty bad. It's really just the Iron Treads, and this thing doesn't want to take it. So if I can chip down Iron Treads with this, that'd be great. Or if I catch them and I Weather Ball, that's great too. SPDA, Vaporeon would beat this, but at least I pressure it. If I get a Hurricane Confusion, maybe I beat it. And then knock off U-Turn. But really just clicking those first 2 moves. I don't think I need any speed. Should be outspeeding a defensive Vaporeon with my little bit of speed here. And I wanted the bulk. I didn't care about outspeeding Mesprit. Next up, my tried and true Greninja Life Orb 4 attacks. A lot of HP. I only need enough speed for the 106 guys. So that's that. Sludge Wave. I didn't think I needed that first, but I put it on just so I have a neutral click into Arbaleva. All of its Terras are either weak or neutral to Sludge Wave. Whereas if I have Surf, Dark Pulse, and Ice Beam, I have to predict what they're going to click. Dark Pulse, they could be Terra Fairy. Surf, of course, Grass type. And then Ice Beam, Fire type. So Sludge Wave gives me a neutral click into all of that. Next up, Gator. Another setup sweeper. Double Dance. Liquidation Crunch hits the whole team very strong. Sheer Force Life Orb, Adamant. I have enough speed to outspeed Scarfy Nam, or what it should be, after an agility. Because I think they only need enough speed for potential Scarf Electivire. I don't think they need to be max speed whatsoever. So I have enough speed to outspeed that after agility. And I have Swords Dance too if I need it, but I'm expecting this to be a late game mon where things are already chipped down in range of it, hopefully. So after an agility, I mean, dies to crunch, dies to liquidation, dies to liquidation. Hopefully this is chipped. Hopefully this is chipped. Dies, dies. Needs some chip. But you see what I mean. I do have Swords Dance too if it comes in handy, but really just expecting to click agility and sweep late game if Grand fails. And then last up, you can't have hyper offense without some sort of screens or hazard switch. My team doesn't have hazards except for Spike's Grand, so screens it is. Reflect Light Screen, spin in case they get up rocks, or like lead Quillfish would be pretty bad for my team. Spikes destroys me. And then Volt Switch. I had Explosion, but I switched to Volt Switch because I thought, oh, maybe Iron Treads doesn't show up. I have 5 water types. Spoilers, Iron Treads showed up. But Volt Switch is still nice, in case that thing dies early. So what do I expect to see? Pulp for sure. I think the top 2 are the most easiest brings of all time. Iron Treads maybe. Iron Hands for sure. Those 3 I'm expecting. Vaporeon maybe. Probably, because Water Absorb into 5 water types makes sense, right? It's also your only Hydro Pump switching on the team. I don't count Dragapult. Well, I guess Arbaleva kind of counts. But it really helps against Bundle, because you can switch and take a Freeze Dry. uh, somewhat comfortably. Arcanine, probably not. I have 5 water types. Mesprit, maybe. Quillfish, maybe. Arboliva, maybe. I don't think the bottom 2 are showing up. Unless you're like terrified of Dragon Dance, Dragonite, which you should be, I guess. I didn't bring it, but it wasn't bad here. I just need to bring absolute max speed, dead speed, Dragapult, which kind of sucks. Alright, Mesprit shows up. Nothing too surprising, really. I'm gonna lead Pelipper. I don't really die in one shot to anything except like a fast Iron Hands or Specs Enam or Specs Dragapult or Supercell Slam. Okay, I died to a lot of things in one shot, but I'm gonna lead Pelipper because I want to click Hurricane. So that's what I do. They lead Enamorous. If this is Choice Scarf, like I expect, I do not die and I kill them with Hurricane. If they're Specs, I will die, but then I know it's Specs. So let's see. They Moonblast and crit kill me. So I don't know if they're Specs. Um, if they were Specs, it didn't matter, but I would have at least known they were Specs. I'm very confident this thing's choiced. I don't see any reason you wouldn't be. Moonblast is the only move you ever need to click this game. So I'm just going to go bundle because I'm faster guaranteed. Even if they're Choice Scarf, I don't know for sure, but I'm faster. And I can just click Freeze Dry, which they don't have a resist to. In comes Hands, Assault Vest, or SPDA invested, yeah. But hey, I'll take the chip, I needed it. Regieleki's really my only switch, and I can't click like look at electric move, look at my team. So I'm going to Lecky and getting up a screen. I reflect, and I go right back into bundle. I figured Earthquake's probably coming out. I don't need to click light screen just yet. Moonblast still does a lot of damage to me with light screen up. So I figured I'll go bundle. I'll hopefully flip turn on the Iron Hands coming in, and then we can get something started. So I go bundle, the Earthquake. I take it very comfortably. And I'm very much expecting Iron Hands to come in here. Freeze Dry, like Water move's a little more obvious of a play. Rain does end, so I don't get like the strong Hydro Pump off. But I clicked Freeze Dry the first time, so I don't know if you would risk me clicking it again on Vaporeon, especially when it seems like you need Vaporeon for Granite for Alligator. So I click Flip Turn here, and they do go into Iron Hands, fantastic. I'm gonna go Mimikyu, and I'm gonna get something started. After a Swords Dance, this thing looks fantastic. I have a Reflect up. I'm faster than Vaporeon. I think Terra Ghost +2 Shadow Claw will kill. Unless they're like Max Def, I don't actually know the role. But yeah, everything else is dying except Iron Treads, but I have a Reflect up. So I'm gonna Swords Dance. I probably should have Terra'd here. They could have had Heavy Slam, but I didn't. They just Volt Switch, which is fine. So it tells me that they're probably Assault Vest. I don't think you run Volt Switch if you're not AV. Then comes Iron Treads. I do Terra here because I'm a little easier to consider Heavy Slam when it's a Steel type. And I Swords Dance again because Shadow Claw will not kill this thing. And I live another Earthquake after this. They go Vaporeon, will die to Shadow Claw. They go Mesprit, will die to Shadow Claw. I didn't think they'd be fast. I could have clicked Shadow Sneak, I guess, but I figured I'll click Shadow Claw. I was Lumberi in case they were Thunder Wave. In comes Dragon Bolt. This will die to Shadow Sneak. And suddenly, we're in a good spot. We still don't have a Moonblast switch in. Still don't have a Thunder Punch switch in. But we've done enough damage to the team where I think we can set up with for Alligator and win. If I do get an Agility, I think it's pretty much over. Unless they have a lot of HP on Enam, it'll die to Liquidation. Which they probably do have a fair bit of bulk because they don't need max speed. Unless they're running Modest, then they probably don't have any bulk. Shreds dies to Liquidation, unless they're Pasho or Sash or something. And then Iron Hands does not quite die, but things are getting in range, which is nice. I still have Greninja as a potential sweeper as well. And then now that Vaporeon's dead, Scarf Hydro Pump destroys the team as well. So it's going to be hard to lose from this point unless I miss a lot of Hydro Pumps or I can't get a sweep going with Feraligatr or Gran. Treads comes in, this will kill me with Earthquake, but Shadow Sneak will do about 60 to, or 50 to 60%, so I'm going to take my chip. Because I can't switch it. Look at my ground resist, I don't have one. I get a crit, which is nice, but it was in range of everything anyway, so the crit didn't really matter there. I click Ice Beam here, figuring if I Surf, Enam could live, and if they're Scarf, then they just get a click Moonblast, which is not great for me, they get a kill. So if I Ice Beam, I at least cover that and can kill it. Iron Hands comes in, AV, not surprising. So I just Ice Beam, but I freeze. Gotta love Ice Beam. I use Kiram for 11 games and never once got a freeze, but I've gotten plenty of freezes with Ice Beam Gren, and that's why I love this thing. So I'm going to take my chances and Surf and 2-hit KO this thing. Does it wake up or unfreeze? No, it doesn't. So Gren's just going to Surf and win the game. If they were Scarf Enam, they probably had to go into it there, live the Surf, which I think you're going to take a lot, to be honest, and then try and get something going. But even then, I just Revenge Kill with Bundle, so as long as I hit my Hydro Pumps, or even just Freeze Dries at that point, it's over. But yeah, I get my Battle Bond, I'm faster than Scarf Enam, and it's over. Unless they're, I think, even like, whatever the points, Kasib Berry, or if I clicked Ice Beam, Yachi Berry would have died. Because Life Orb +1 does too much damage. I did have to be timid though, I was not modest. And they were Pasho Berry Treads, but yeah, that's not going to take it from 16. So we get the sweep, a bit of a lucky freeze on Iron Hands, but I think I was in a really good spot anyways. It would have been chipped down low enough to where Scarf Bundle is just going to win the end game. And if they ever bring in Treads, I could just sack a Lecky and then probably Agility on it with Feraligatr and win the game from there. So it was looking pretty good. I can also get up screens once more. We win 4-0, which we really needed because the last 2 weeks we lost. So getting that 4-0 win puts us at 4-2, which means we're probably making playoffs unless we do terrible the next 2 weeks, like lose by a lot. Even then, I think we might be guaranteed. I'm not sure. Let's look at the team I got though. So here's the team. It hasn't been updated for this week yet because I just played the game, but I ended up picking Greninja because I love that thing. That gives me double water, which is fine. Gives me another fast mon, which I like. I could have picked Bundle as well to fill a similar role. That's a little big. But I liked Gren more. It gives me spikes, gives me a sweeper, and a dark type, which I valued. I don't know if I'm going to get another one, so I think Gren was the right pick here. I thought about Dragonite, but I didn't bring it, so I couldn't pick it. But Dragonite would be my third flying type, which I didn't really need, especially since I don't have a rock resist yet. I really need a ground type. So future opponents, please don't ban my ground type. Yeah, I think Gren was the right pick here. So it's looking pretty good. I got good speed tiers, really good speed tiers actually. Maybe something around 70 to 80 would be nice, because I don't have that yet, but oh well. Typing's really just missing ground. That's the most important type that I don't have yet. I do have Volt Absorb though, so half of the reason to have a ground type is already checked. Typings, I got a Steel, I got a Fairy. Maybe a Dragon would be nice, I don't know. I like the team so far. Definitely not the best team I've ever drafted, but not hating it. I think that'll do. That's week 6. We're 4-2 now. Not too bad. Back into things. Oop, don't start again. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.